This is a piece of galvanized metal. We're going to pretend we want to tile this inside surface. You know, of course you have a 4x6 tile. You could lay right over top of it and be no problem, but there's always that gap where it would lead to moisture and dust and dirt coming through it. So I think a good little fix here would be to rough this surface up, clean all this corrosion or gunk, whatever's on here off. Use some emery cloth for that. Then take you white rag, some acetone, wipe this down all around it. You can see what's still coming off of there. Get you a fresh spot on the rag. Okay, it's got just a little bit. I'll do one more wipe, make sure it's good and clean. You definitely want to try to get all the grease and anything flaky off of there, because whatever surface it bonds to is going to be where it stays. So if you got something loose and flaky on there, and it's not going to be the best situation for whatever you're putting on. So to fix this hole, I'm going to use something called the Reel Patch. This is a UV cured fiberglass reinforced polyester. Your other name for it would be glass steel. Comes in this fiberglass or this foil package to keep the sunlight off it, because this is activated by UV light. So you want to keep it out of the sun when you're doing repairs. It's got this film on the outside which you can cut off. That one's stuck pretty good. Once they remove this outer layer, you can peel the backing off. Lay it down right over top of that. Press it in good. I've got a portable UV light here. It's going to do the trick of the sun, which would be outside. You could cure it with just as well. Leave it in the sun for a good 5 minutes. Same with this. You want to make sure you get that cured all the way through there. So they got these little activators inside that patch that when they are exposed to UV light, they start activating, they start heating up, and this patch will warm. And you can feel it with your fingers too. It'll start to warm on you. So when you have a cold steel, maybe you're putting it on, the warmth through this patch and from the light will actually help it sink into the pores and bond better to that cold metal, kind of warm it up a little bit. See, it's already hard. We'll give it just a little bit longer, just for extra measure. Like I said, we recommend 5 minutes. It's usually good to go in about 2, but The longer you hold, the better it's going to be, of course. Okay. So now that is hard as steel. Take a hammer to it if you want to. It's not going anywhere. So the next step I can do, so now I have this little area here that's indented. I've got a bottom to it now since I've patched it from the bottom side. So we can take this product, which is also glass steel, but it comes in a liquid form. So this patch material, this UV patch, comes in a liquid form as well. They have this size here, or a bigger sausage type if you want to put it in a gun. This will fit inside of here. You can squirt it out like that. But really sometimes it's just as easy to do this. So a little trick here, you can just poke a hole in it. Squeeze a little out there. Just like a silicone or like toothpaste almost. We could take this PET film, use that to press it in all those little gaps down there, work it around. Get the air bubble out. Okay, now it works the same way, UV. It's best to keep the layers of this glass steel under a 1/4 inch at a time. Anything over that, the UV doesn't penetrate through it good enough to cure it all the way through. So if you have a bigger hole that's thicker than a 1/4 inch you want to fill up, that's fine, but just do a layer at a time. You know, 1/8 inch at a time is perfect, and it'll still bond to a cured glass steel will bond to uncured. They'll layer right up, and there won't be an issue there. So just keep filling and curing layer by layer until you got it to the level and the thickness that you want. Okay, we'll turn this off. Just peel this off of there. Hard as steel, smooth surface. Now you can take your Instagrip towel, start going to town on it. So there's no reason to let a hole in your equipment stop you from doing a good tile job. There's ways around it to fix anything.